Therapy Officer Leslie Pogue. As you know, thank you so much for tuning in. It's another episode of The Positive Side of the Bad Stuff. I have another amazing person with me. She has grown her business. I met Gena actually through Toastmasters. You guys have heard me mention that before. And if you're not in it, get in it, because I told you if you utter sound, you should be in Toastmasters. But I met her through Toastmasters, and we have just grown as friends, as business associates, as colleagues. It's just been an amazing journey, just watching each other actually, and just being each other's, I don't know, cheerleader, whatever, you know, just being there and watching it go. So I want to introduce her to you. So help me welcome my guest today, Gena Yuvette Davis, and her business is True Synergy. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. And
yes.
hello to everybody out there.
Yay.
Glad to be here with you.
Thank you. Yes, I've watched you because as a newbie in Toastmasters, even you had already been in Toastmasters for a minute, so there was already talk of what you did.
Yes, I was in Toastmasters. I'm still in Toastmasters.
Yeah.
I've been in Toastmasters now for 16 years.
Wow, 16 years. Man, I lasted 2.5. No, that's not true. I lasted 3. Okay, there we go. Wow.
16 years.
Wow. So you have your DTM.
I have my DTM, yes,
Wow.
yes. Distinguished Toastmaster, yeah, that's
now,
the highest level.
How has that helped you with your business? How has that played into your world?
Wow. Well, if it wasn't for Toastmasters, I don't know if you know this story, but I attended a meeting called Get Paid to Speak.
Oh, no, I've seen the book though through NSA.
Yeah, no, but this was through Toastmasters. It was a meeting, and it was a couple of people that were speaking about it.
Okay.
And I took it seriously. I wanted to get paid to speak. Okay. So, yeah, through that process, about 63 days they said that it took me, and I got my first opportunity to work for Fred Pryor as a contract trainer. And it took me all over the country, speaking and training, and then that's how, basically how True Synergy took off from there, yeah.
Wow.
But it was because of Toastmasters that I started my speaking and training and coaching business.
And in that little program then?
Yeah, that program. Yeah, it was through one of the conferences. I don't know if it was the fall conference or the May conference.
Okay.
The spring conference or the fall conference, but it was one of the conferences. No, actually, it was through their Toastmasters Leadership Institute.
Oh, the TLI.
The TLI. And they were having a class on Get Paid to Speak.
Wow.
And I attended that class. Everything that he said, and I applied it. And that's how I learned about Fred Pryor and Skill Path and National. And yeah.
Wow. Well, see, that's wonderful, because you never know what's going to lead you to the next step.
That's right.
And that's what's so important. You made a decision that I want to get paid to speak. Now, how did you make that decision? Why did you decide I want to get paid to speak?
Well, it's funny because before that, I was executive director of global brands for Fox.
Okay.
And before that, I was director of franchise management, marketing and franchise management for the Walt Disney Company.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And before that, I worked at Sony Pictures Entertainment.
Oh, wow.
But when I was at Fox, to be honest with you, we had a massive layoff.
Okay.
Not only did they lay us all off, they closed down and sold off our division.
Oh, wow.
And so while I was looking for another opportunity in marketing, I spent 25 years in marketing, and that's what I was doing for a living. That's what I got my degrees in, and that's what I did.
Right.
And so I was looking for my next opportunity. So while I was looking for that, I was a member of Toastmasters, speaking, in my club and everything, and was the president of my Toastmasters club. And then we had this TLI, and it was through that TLI that I got the idea to really take my speaking and training platform to another level.
Wow.
And it was through that's how I got started.
Wow. And through all that, and through all the training and everything, and then one day you're like, okay, I can do this.
Right.
Myself.
Yes. After that.
Hello, True Synergy.
Right. So I started True Synergy when I left Fox.
Okay.
But I didn't know what it was going to be. I knew it was going to be some type of coaching or mentoring type of thing, but I wasn't sure. But when I left Fox and then I went to that program, Get Paid to Speak, I was clear that that's what I wanted.
Okay.
And Fred Pryor seminars gave me that foundation. It taught me how to be a road warrior. It taught me how to speak on the stage. It taught me how to sell in the back of the room.
Exactly.
It taught me a lot. I learned to stay in some of the most awful hotels driving the most rattiest cars.
Because I followed a similar path with Skill Path and National, so that whole industry, that's just what you do as a contract trainer.
Yep.
And when you're a contract trainer, man,
you're on the road day in and day out, just eating bad food at hotels and jumping planes and missing planes. And so I did that, as you know, for a long time. I did that for a long time. And then once I decided that I really wanted to strengthen True Synergy and really build my own practice, then I cut back on all of those different training companies and concentrated on True Synergy and began to get my own clients, my own accounts. My name started to precede me, and so that's how we.
Wow. Now let me kind of go into the happy model that I talk about of hearing your truth. So in the I don't know what it's gonna be part, because that's really what I want to help y'all with, because that's really what it's about. That's the hard part. We all can see the success. We all have the dream and the vision, but it's when we go after that and we're kind of in that place of, okay, is this working? I don't really know. I don't know what this is gonna be, but this is what I know I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
How did you feel during that? Hey guys, hey there, you want to be in the show too? Y'all probably can't see this. I got a little puppy dog on my lap. It's okay though. We're gonna work through it. All right, hey there, man. When you're going through that part, you know, how did you hear your truth about how to keep going forward? Because that's really the challenge.
I think what's really important is having a really strong belief in yourself. Okay. A really strong faith in your abilities, and having a really strong support system, other people that believe in you too. Yeah. If you don't believe that you can do it and have that resolve in the pit of your stomach, then it's not going to happen for you. Right. So you have to have that faith and that belief, and I think that's what got me through. Is knowing that I can do it. Yes. One thing, I love marketing. I love marketing. Good for you. But with coaching and training and being able to give my expertise and being able to give my knowledge and my experience to someone else, that's what I love. That's my passion. And because I believe in myself and I believe in my desire to help others, that has propelled me to a whole different level.
Fantastic. Yeah. No, and that's really important, because when you do have that mindset of being of service, of being of helping other people do what you love doing, then that, at least I found it to kind of overshadow a little bit of the doubt. You're human, so the human side kicks in.
Right, absolutely.
You know, and you have to allow that human side. Right. But at the same time, that is where you find the strength.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Because it's more important to help other people than it is to sit here in this fear and go, well, maybe not.
Right, right. Because we have something to give to the world. We have that. We have something. Every one of us have gifts, and it's a disservice. It's actually selfish to not give your gifts to the world, and you're being selfish by living in fear of giving those gifts. So I had to learn that I don't want to be selfish. Right. I want to give myself, and in speaking, in coaching, in training, I'm able to do that and help others live to their fullest potential.
Yes, exactly. So. And so now, once you heard that truth about that, how did acknowledging your feelings behind it? Because I mean, every business has its highs and its lows, its ups and its downs, its successes, and it's like, oh my God. And then of course, there's always the learning that you do in the process too. So how are your feelings around all of that growth that had to happen?
It's really a lot of fear. It's a lot of fear. It's just really praying my way through it. It's about really, again, having that support system and having people that believe in you and believe in your abilities and support you. Without that, I couldn't do that. Yeah. I've lived most of my life in fear. Okay. I've lived not knowing who I am, not knowing what I believe, not knowing what I value, and just kind of going off. But once you really understand who you are and what you really, really want, And it doesn't matter what other people think and feel or believe about that.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. But what matters is what you want,
Yes.
what you believe, what you need, what's important to you.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter if other people don't agree with you.
Exactly.
And it's really hard.
That is a hard one, yes.
But once you make that decision to be that way, the magic happens. Things change.
They do.
Yes.
I wholeheartedly agree. Exactly.
Mhm.
So that means you had to give yourself permission to feel okay with that. You had to purge your past. So that's the next two P's. And so that's exactly what happens. And that's why the journey of happy, living in your happy is so true. Because
Yes.
that is how it works. Once
Yes.
you acknowledge your truth and acknowledge your feelings about it, then the magic does happen.
Absolutely.
You have to now give yourself permission to be okay with that.
Yes, give yourself permission. Without your permission, other people can give you permission,
Yeah.
but if you don't give yourself that permission, it's just not going to.
Ultimately,
it's not going
it
to
will
happen.
stop, yeah.
And it took me a long time to get to that point. You know,
It's practice.
it took a long time to get to that point.
It's practice. I mean, it's practice every day. But like you said, it's having that faith and that belief that this is what you're supposed to do, knowing that I can do this no matter, how hard this particular part is, because I've seen the success part. So let me go through, because nothing. I think, you live a certain amount of years, you start to understand how life in the world works. And quite honestly, the whole, if you just do this, then everything will work out great.
Right.
Yeah, that's crap. I'm sorry, let me just put that out there. That's crap.
Yeah.
I know, I used to watch, I was big on old movies, and in the old movies, they told you, you, especially as a woman, you get married or you get a job, and then you go into the world and you retire, and then that's it. It's that simple. It's not. It really isn't. So when you start to live in your truth and you start to grow something that you believe in, and now in the world we live in now,
right,
it isn't traditional. It's anything but. And as a person of color, there's definitely other things that we have to deal with as well. And then as women, so there's like all these little layers,
right,
that we couple it on with. And then we're also aging. Hello. So you have all these things that you're dealing with, and to stay focused on the prize is so key, and to not give up. So I love how you say that with faith, and that you believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And so now getting through, giving yourself that permission, and then purging of the past. So how did other people around you react to your growth? How did that show up for you as you grew into what you're supposed to do? How did that look for you?
I think a couple of things happened. The people that really cared about me and supported me and loved me, they just encouraged me and pushed me forward and gave me lots of encouragement and support and advice. The people that didn't, those are the people that just kind of faded away. They fade away. They leave your life. You may not want them to leave your life, but sometimes they need to leave your life in order for you to move forward.
It's very true.
Sometimes you have to get rid of certain people. You have to purge yourself from certain people in order for you to get where you need to go. So I always say reason, season, lifetime. People come in. Yeah, sometimes people come into your life for a reason, and they stay for a season, or they may stay for a lifetime. And I really honor and respect those people that came into my life for a reason and who stayed a season, because those people who stayed that season, they gave me a lot of great lessons. They helped me. I grew because of them.
That season.
So for that particular season. And then the people that are in my life for a lifetime, they're just there no matter what, no matter how I'm acting, my good days, my bad days, my ugly days, my happy days, doesn't matter. They're still there because they're there for a lifetime.
I love it. That's fantastic. And so now the why, how do you yield? You're yielding to this life you've built. How are you growing into the life you've built, and what else are you kind of growing into? What are you looking for in the future?
Just one step at a time. Really, my focus in my business is all about, like I was saying, the behavioral sciences, really helping people understand their emotional intelligence, their mindfulness, I'm really doing a lot of work around positive psychology, appreciative inquiry. So more of the neuro-behavioral sciences is where I'm really going. I'm getting my doctorate degree in organizational development to really round out my practice in professional and organizational development. And really studying these things. I'm doing a dissertation on the self-esteem of Black women in corporate America.
Hello.
So it's really being able to understand,
it.
really being able to understand ourselves as Black women and how our self-esteem helps or hinder us in corporate America.
Wonderful.
So really doing a lot of work in diversity and inclusion is what I've been working on. And then, as you know, not only do I study and practice for my spiritual side, New Thought Christianity, I'm also a practicing Buddhist, and I take yoga classes to really help calm me down.
Hey there!
You guys, this is Foster.
He does not want, he wants to be part of the spotlight.
He wants to be part of the...
Okay, we have 2 guests today.
Right, he wants to be in the show, so...
I love it.
That's just spoiled.
It's alright though.
But, and I meditate every day, I chant every day, I read every day, I study every day to really keep me grounded and focused on where I want to take my life and my career to the next level. Yeah. And you just have to know who you are and whose you are.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
I love
and
that.
when you know that, everything doesn't matter. And the things that I used to worry about, I don't worry about them anymore. The things that bother me before don't bother me so much anymore. Do I still have worries? Yes.
Sure.
Am I still nervous about things? Absolutely. But the more I build my spiritual practice around my business, around my schooling, around me, nothing can stop me.
I love it. I love it. And that's so true. It's really about knowing who you are, doing the work to find that out, and then being true to that. It's so helpful. And then having that spiritual base, and then having the support system around you to help you with that.
Yes.
This is why I love this woman. So this is why. Because
but I think Foster loves you the way he keeps staring at her. The way he keeps staring at her.
I love it. But that is so important, and I hope that what you guys watching this today are taking away from this is, we're all human.
That's right.
We are all human, and so we're gonna have the human stuff.
Yeah.
But if you focus on you and you make the conscious decision to say, hey, this is what I want to do.
That's right.
And these are the steps to do it.
Right.
And it doesn't matter how old I am, where I live, how much money I have, none of that. This is what I have to do. It will work itself out. Like you said, it all comes together. None of us are saying that it's easy. Because it's not.
No, it is not.
It is not easy. I mean, if it were easy, everybody would do it. But once you make that decision, the gratification you get and the reward you get on the other side of it, at the end of the day, has to feed into the life you live. And that's what's important. Yes, we can have our loved ones and our mothers, our fathers, our kids, and all of that. But at the end of the day, what kind of life do what life am I living? And that's the question you want to ask yourself. So in the midst of the muck, just pause and go, all right, is this working for me? Or do I need to do something different?
That's right.
Am I in this place because it's giving me a bigger picture? Or am I just here just for somebody else?
Right.
I mean, everything isn't a message. Sometimes I have that. People ask me that all the time. What do you think that means? Sometimes it's just, you're just there.
Right. Right.
But you have to pause and ask yourself the question.
Right.
So find out.
That's right.
And you never know where it's going to lead. Oh my God, Gena, I want to find out, what is coming up for you? What would you like people to tune into or find out more about you? How can we learn more about you?
Well, definitely visit my website, www.truesynergyinc.com. truesynergyinc.com. You can always email me if you have any questions at info@truesynergyinc.com. That's INFO @truesynergyinc.com. And you can email me. You can visit my Facebook page, True Synergy. You can find me on LinkedIn, Instagram.
She's everywhere.
I'm everywhere. So you can find me and learn about what's going on next for us.
Wonderful. And you'll see the links at the end of the show, so please tune in for that. As you know, I have things coming up as well. So later on in the year, you're going to go to my website and look for the academies that are coming up for the Happy Academy. And there are so many other wonderful things that are coming on tail end of this year. So please go onto my website as well, www.thehabitofhappy.com. And with that, I just want to say thank you so much, Gena.
Oh, you're welcome.
For sharing your story and what you
pleasure.
do and how you get to your happy.
Oh,
Because
thank you.
that's so important. I mean, everybody... If you don't have a support system, then do this. You know, look online, reach out to people who are doing what you want to do, and then go to where they are and get connected with those folks so you can build that group, that tribe, as we like to say, you know. And I'm an introvert, as I've shared with you guys before, so it is hard sometimes to get out there and be the only one in the room that you know.
And I'm an extrovert, so
right, and that's what you gotta do too. Get these extroverts in your life. I have like 2 good ones in mind. A lot of people I connect with are introverts too, but I have like a handful of extroverts, in my back pocket to be like, okay, I need some help. And that's what you need. So get those people in your world and get to that happy, because I tell you, there is nothing like it. So thank you again, Gena.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
And as always, until next time, y'all, go, be, do.